When I was 12 years old, I was on a ski trip with my family and some friends. My buddy Chris and I skied down this run where there was a lodge at the bottom of the run, and in my head there was another lodge further down the hill. So instead of stopping at that lodge, I kept on skiing. After a few minutes, I realized that I was actually no longer on a ski trail, but that I was on a road. I was on a road used by service vehicles and grooming equipment. I had left the boundaries of the ski resort. And at that point, I was too far down to walk back up, so I just kept on skiing to see where it would lead me. And ultimately, it led me to the side of a highway. There I was, a 12-year-old with a set of skis, standing on the side of the highway very far from where I was supposed to be, and completely unsure as to how I was going to get back to where I was supposed to be. I stood there for a few minutes, and eventually a nice family stopped and offered me a ride back to the base of the ski resort. I gladly took up their offer for the help. You know, I went back and looked to see what happened, and really what happened was I'd missed a sign. I was so determined that I knew where I was going that I hadn't bothered reading the sign that told me I was leaving the boundaries of the ski resort, and there was a gate that had been inadvertently left open, and I just skied right through that gate. You know, it makes me think about life and the way that we approach life sometimes, in that we can sometimes get so self-determined and so determined that we know what's in front of us, and the choices that we make are the right choices, that we can miss signs, we can misread things, and end up on trails or on roads that lead us in places that maybe we never thought we were going to go. We find ourselves going through a gate or going through a door, thinking we know what's on the other side, and then we get to the other side and realize that it isn't at all what we were expecting. In fact, sometimes those places lead us into situations where we're very far from where we're supposed to be, and we can find ourselves unsure as to how we're going to get back to where we're supposed to be. This past weekend at Grasslands Church, we studied a statement that Jesus made, and he said he is the door. He's the door that leads to a life of freedom, a life of hope, and a life that's abundant and full. And isn't that ultimately what we're all looking for? We're all looking for freedom and for hope, and life that's full, a life that's abundant, that's purposeful, that's meaningful. You know, I don't know where you are in your life, in your faith journey, but I'm wondering if maybe sometimes you feel like you're on a path that's taking you the wrong direction. Maybe you've gone through a door or a gate, or maybe a few doors or a few gates, and you're just in a place that's far from where you know you ought to be, and you're unsure as to how to get back to the start, how to get back to where you need to be. Maybe it's going to take the kindness of some strangers to help you out on that journey. And we at Grasslands Church, we would love to be the strangers that help you out. In fact, we'd love to be your friends and go along the journey with you. We meet on Sundays at 10:15 a.m. at 221 North Railway Street in Medicine Hat. And if you don't have a church that you call home, we'd love for you to come and explore with us. It doesn't matter where you are in your faith journey. It doesn't matter where you are in life. You're always welcome to come and hang out with us. You can find out more by clicking onto our website at grasslandschurch.com, or you can send us a message on our Facebook page.